Okay, so this is our pre-recorded webinar for week 2. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, so excuse me, a couple of general class things. I've gone over these during week 1, so I'll go over these quickly now since most people probably already know about them. So first off, when will grades be posted? I will be posting them either the Tuesday after the class ends or later. It's usually within that next week. I'm almost always able to post grades. All grades are posted at the same time, so if one student isn't ready, we're all waiting to be able to post grades. So just keep that in mind as you're finishing up those last assignments. The assignments for the last week are due on the 24 hours earlier. They're due on the Saturday at 11:59 p.m. of the last week of class instead of the Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So keep that in mind. Discussion boards, try to do these earlier in the week. They do make more sense if you are doing the discussion boards as you're going through the material and whatnot, rather than doing them at the very end. And it does make it a bit easier to respond to at least 2 other students if people are in there a little bit earlier. Remember, along those lines, to respond to at least 2 other students. Always check the rubric. On a rare occasion, you don't have to respond to 2 other students, but almost every single time you do. Also, if there are several parts to your response, and those parts are worth points in the rubric, then you'll want to, if you can, please label the parts of the responses so that I don't miss anything. It's just easier to read. I do have a website that has some supplemental material there. You can find this webinar on that website and some other things, so you might want to check that out. But everything you need is also on our class website as well. That can be found right here. Okay, continuing. We have weekly meetings. They are on Monday at Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They are optional for this class, so if you can't make it, that's okay. I understand. That's why we do this pre-recorded webinar. And if we do have a live meeting, I do record that as well, so you can watch that and see the discussion that happened there. Next week will either be live or pre-recorded. I'll update you on that as it gets closer. Week 4 we'll be doing a Twitter chat, and I'll have some information on that at the latest during week 3, so you can be prepared for that. And that is optional, like I said, as well. So if you want to be a part of it and see how that works, then that would be great. But if you can't make it, I understand. You always want to check rubrics when you're doing the assignments because you don't want to miss points for things that were outlined in the rubric. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the assignments. One of the first assignments is our tech plan. We've already started our tech plan. Remember, there is a template that you're using to create the tech plan, so make sure you're using that template. And then this week you'll be adding these components to your tech plan. So first of all, you'll be talking about your technology vision statement. Where do you want to be in the 21st century? So where do you see technology going in the future? And then you're going to want to research justification for mobile technologies. Mobile technologies are becoming increasingly important, so you're going to want to think about those and the importance of those technologies. Then you're going to want specific goals and objectives for those mobile devices. How are they going to be used? What are restrictions going to be on them? Are they going to be able to access your Wi-Fi? Things like that. So then you're also going to want to go check, for all of these assignments, you're going to want to go check the class website, of course, because there is more information and more detailed information there. We're just kind of going over an overview for this purpose. Okay, next is you're going to do a presentation. You're going to pose as a technology leader. You can choose to be a principal, a district technology leader, or a company information officer, and you're going to be trying to convince a skeptic that they need to use more technology in their line of work. You can use whatever software you want as long as I can open it up easily. Google Slides and PowerPoint are both very easy for me to open up. And the presentation that you're going to be doing will be addressing 4 different questions, and those 4 questions can be found in Chapter 4 of your book on page 84. And your presentation should include the following here: 2 slides per question, so each of those 4 questions should have 2 slides to attend to them. And then you're going to want a slide for the introduction and a slide for a conclusion. Okay, you also have a quiz this week. It will cover the topics, obviously, of week 2. You'll have 55 minutes, and you have 1 attempt, and it is multiple choice, so that's kind of nice. You may have an option to continue it after the 55 minutes is over, but I would make sure you have that block of time set aside before you get started, just in case, and that you don't leave to get a cup of coffee and a sandwich or something halfway through. You might want to just plow through it and get it done just in case. Okay, that quiz is automatically graded and inputted into the grade book, so there's nothing you have to submit for that. I don't think so, at least. I don't see your end of it, but it should be that simple. The discussion board for the week, this is your question. Based on the technology plan guidebook or other samples of tech plans and their structures, what aspects do you believe are the most important part of the plan and why? And then so you're going to want to attend to that, obviously, and then don't forget to respond to at least 2 other students. Okay, and that's about it for this week. Have a great week, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much.